So you guys are gonna laugh at me. So I did my entire podcast already. I did my entire podcast and my mic was dead. So I let it charge for a little bit, so hopefully it lasts for me, but I was like going to edit my video and there was zero sound and I was about to die. I said there's no way. I did laugh about it though. I'm not in like it didn't hurt my mood. I only charged it for a good 10 minutes, so hopefully it lasts. My video wasn't that long though. It was like 12 minutes, so I think we're good. We'll see. We're gonna see how this goes. But has anybody gone to the zoo and seen the flamingos and wondered why one was like lighter than the other one? So I didn't know this, but I just seen a video on TikTok yesterday that the mother flamingo will, when she feeds and cares for her baby or her young, it actually drains her from her pink flushy color. And I did not know that. I was like, what? So, and I think it's crazy because it happens in animals as well as humans. But I'll show the video right here so that you guys can see what I'm talking about.
Do you know this thing about flamingos, how they lose their color?
No.
Oh, very interesting. So here's truth. You ever seen a flamingo who's not as pink as the other ones?
Yeah.
Okay, flamingos, the lighter pink flamingos are mothers that have children, and so it's the only animal on the planet that God lets us see how much the woman is depleted while taking care of other people.
Wow.
And so a lot of women don't get their pink back for a long time.
Oof.
And it's crazy. Now when you see flamingos, you'll never look at them ever again.
Yeah.
So Google, why does a flamingo lose its pink?
Yeah.
Actually been feeling really drained lately. And here's why. So we have decided to take the pacifier away from our 3-year-old. And the reason, and he's like very obsessed with it, but the reason why is because his teeth in the front are starting to like come forward. And we don't want it to get any worse. So we're like, okay, it's time to really cut the pacifier, which he is 3, so it is about that time anyway. It should have been taken at 2, but he was having a really rough time last year. So we decided to keep it. But so this week I have been absolutely drained from the time he wakes up. He is already a hyper over energetic child. So the fact that I took this from him and he hasn't been taking it very well, and he has been throwing these terrible tantrums and stomping his feet, screaming, telling us no, just being absolutely unbearable. And I know it's because he's lashing out because of the pacifier. I already know why he's doing it, but it has been very draining. He hasn't even been taking his naps because the pacifier, I almost called it a bobo. We call it a bobo here. But when we give him the pacifier, it soothes him. So like he'll nap. He'll take his naps. Well, he hasn't been taking his naps, but Alora, our youngest, has been napping, but because he's not napping, he's waking her up. So she hasn't been taking her long naps like she usually does. So I have been overworking. It has been absolutely exhausting, way overstimulating. I am losing my damn mind, and it's been 5 days. So yesterday I said I am giving him the pacifier just so that he can take his nap. So as soon as he fell asleep, I took the pacifier out of his mouth and I put it up, and he slept for 3 hours, and so did our youngest, Alora. I was like, Yes, I took like an hour nap, but I did get some things done while they were napping as well. So it was a blessing. But yeah, so flamingos, they give everything to their young like we do. And it drains them just like it drains us. And also, it's so draining when you're pregnant. Men will never understand us. Never. Like from the beginning of the pregnancy, you do nothing but sleep, which is still draining. Like you're drained, but you're sleeping because, all your hormones are changing so quickly, and it literally happens like almost overnight, and it gets very draining. And it's funny, my mom once told me at the end of the pregnancy, you don't get much sleep at all because you're uncomfortable, you're in pain. There's a lot of factors that play into that. And my mom told me once that it's your body preparing you for when the baby is born because you don't get any sleep when the baby's born. So I just thought that was kind of funny. But yeah, we give everything to our young, and I'm surprised we aren't drained of our color. If we lose pigment based on taking, if I lost my pigment, first off, I'm already white as hell. I would probably be an albino at this point. But anyways, also I want to talk about complacency. And I don't know if anybody else has been feeling complacent lately, but I definitely have. So for a while, I was really struggling, and that is honestly why I started this podcast. I was watching podcasts every day anyway, so I was like, why not start one? So complacency will actually be like the true killer of any progress you'll do in your life. Any. And right now, I'm even feeling a little bit complacent, and the reason why is because I always feel complacent. I'm always like, it's never enough. I have to keep doing more. So I had like this idea, and the kind of like finding my purpose in my life is to help women in any way I can, helping mothers any way I can. I had this nice idea to like, I have a lot of friends that have local businesses, whether it's in beauty or cleaning, whatever. And I was thinking of doing like a networking brunch for my ladies. And it can be for anybody. So anybody with a local business, lashes, nails, cleaning, you name it. You'll come to the brunch. We all will network. I'll have like a videographer there, and it will be just an absolute amazing time. And I was thinking of doing it like sometime like maybe in like March or in June of next year. Give me some real time to plan it, but I would think that would be like absolutely amazing. But that is me feeling complacent. I will rearrange my house 6 times a year. I'm not kidding. So I made I made a list for you guys of some things that may help you not get complacent and to get out of complacency. So in being complacent is like being stuck in the same old or being too comfortable in your life. So those are like, that's like kind of like the definition of being complacent. So here's some things that can help. Number one, being honest with yourself and knowing when you are being complacent. So that is number one, because that is a big step, is being honest with yourself. Number two would be setting goals. Setting goals is such a big help because it kind of helps you like, okay, this is going to be my goals. Now I have to change things to make it, to reach those goals. Educate yourself daily. Don't laugh at me because I keep looking at my little green light. Yeah, educating yourself daily, whether it's like with videos or books or whatever you need to do to educate yourself. Learning something new daily is very important. Switch up your routine. Big one. Because having the same routine every day will get you complacent like this. So, critiquing yourself weekly. So, And what I meant by this, and I wanted to make sure to explain it, is that you sit down one day a week and you look the prior week and you're able to like go through everything you did that week and seeing things you did wrong and things you can do better for the next week coming. So number 6 is exercise. Get in your workouts. Try to do something a day, whether it's a walk outside, going to the gym, you got some weights at home or some bands at home, that'd be great. Consistency will never happen if you're exercising every day. And number 7 is networking. So whether it's online or going to networking events, whatever you got to do to network, that is a way to grow. And when you're growing, you're not being complacent. So very important. But yeah, so I really hope that this helps everybody. And thank you so much for listening to Your Vibe podcast with Yana. And I hope everybody has a great Friday. Have a great weekend. Have lots of fun. Christmas is around the corner. I love all of you. Thank you.